Attention, Chicago Bears fans. The Green Bay Packers suck. What's going on? It's Dan Levy. It's Bears' latest Fan Art Sports. As we do it again here, talking Chicago Bears with you, the fan, and my peeps. That's right. No place for Packer fans, Lion fans, Viking fans, anybody else. You're out. Bears fans only. This is the channel. This is the show for people that have the names like Ditka or Hallis or Urlacher or Sweetness as their passwords to their social media and email accounts. This is where you belong. This is where we talk Bears. And still a lot of notes still coming in from Sunday's game against the Dolphins, preseason number 1. It's got some winners and some losers as things started to trickle in. Again, this one we're going to end the Dolphins on this one, by the way. This is after this day. We're going to move straight to the Bills. But to go on what we're looking at right now, not only is this offseason and this training camp been a way of finalizing what we are seeing in this offense with Caleb Williams, with all the new pieces that are there, with Ben Johnson. It's also, preseason games. It's time to make some cuts. Time to find out who wins some battles of the position plays, who's doing what they need to do when it comes to the next phase to make this 53-man roster. Cuts are coming. Where they're coming from, I don't know, but we're going to speculate a few. And once again, Bears, they played that game on Sunday against the Dolphins. It was tied to 24 when it ended, with the most Chicago Bears sitting out Sunday's preseason matchup against Miami. The stage was set for backups to step up. 24-24 tie at Soldier Field. It wasn't about the scoreboard, but it's about evaluating depth and giving first-year coach Ben Johnson a chance to run his operation in live action. While names shined, a lot of people have broken down whose stock have gone up and whose stock has gone down. And let me just say this for the record. I am still not good with Caleb Williams not playing. I get that they are trying to hold on to him and they are trying to make sure he does not get injured, and they want to have the most controlled practices for him as we start to make our way into this season. They're handling him with too much rubber glue, like he's wrapped in bubble tape right now. He does not need to be that secure. Right now, I get that they want to have controlled practices and they like the joint practices because they're wearing different jerseys, and the defense on both teams know they can't sack and they can't hit and they can't tackle. But in a real preseason game, they can. I get that we want to hold them out. But again, such a short time that Caleb has to get this new offense. And for the last couple of weeks, we were not very impressed with Caleb, but we still don't really know what he can do when it's time. And Ben Johnson has even said that when they call it down, we still don't know what Caleb can do from his creativity standpoint and what he can do out there on the field when it's live action. Well, the only way to see live action is to put him in live action. I don't like when they use the kitty gloves for quarterbacks in this town. It doesn't sit well with me. They did with Mitchell Trubisky, where they started turning off televisions because there was too many channels reporting that the Bears and he was doing terrible and Mitchell Trubisky didn't belong here, and they were trying to save his self-confidence. If that's something that we're looking at for Caleb Williams right now, just after the first preseason game with Ben Johnson, that makes me worried. Again, I tell everybody to relax. It's just preseason, but if they are still holding him out, and again, Caleb Williams was the only one who did not play in the preseason first game. Josh Allen did. Aaron Rodgers did. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, all the quarterbacks, they all played in a preseason game because, again, it's where they're getting the most licks. And again, had this been the second year under Ben Johnson, I get it. Then he's had a full season, a full offseason to get down this offense down pat. Then he's had time to gel with his wide receivers a little bit more and have a little more trust in this new offensive line, which, by the way, that offensive line is awesome. I'm very excited for this offensive line and the battles that are coming out with that one. But in order to get Caleb Williams where he needs to get, you got to give him those licks. Yeah, you may take a couple hits. You don't have to keep him out the entire time. Just 1 or 2 series. Let them get a feel for what that is. Let us, the fans, and let you, Ben Johnson, get a feel for what Caleb is going to do when the live plays are live and you can't blow a whistle and stop the play, and see what he does. See how his instincts take over in live action. So for me, that is a bad grade on the Bears for that one. Whose stock did go up? Well, Josh Blackwell seems to go up. Blackwell's sticky coverage stood out, playing 32 snaps and the second most among Bears cornerbacks. He was targeting 3 times on third down, targeted 3 downs, and consistently made plays, including pass breakups and on 3rd and 8 and key tackle shorts of the sticks. So he was looking pretty good as well, and his stock went up. Linebacker Ruben Hippolyte the second, the rookie 5th-rounder, flash speed and physicality, tying for the team lead in tackles and notching the most solo stops. His biggest moments came in the 4th and goal from the 1 when he teamed with Noah Sewell for a 3-yard loss that swung momentum. So Ruben was looking pretty good. Johnny Walker, the wide receiver, led the Bears in receiving yards with 41 on 3 catches, highlighted by a 14 fade route touchdown from Case Keenum. He also converted a late second-round 12 to keep a potential game-winning drive. Everybody's still talking about how much Tyson is that guy, how he was the one that got the offense, that Ben Johnson was the most impressed with Tyson. I like Tyson. I just don't know why. He doesn't do it for me. I would, if something happened to Caleb, I still think Case Keenum is that guy. He's the most functional. He's less of a wild card. He got the offense. He knew what he was doing. Tyson, for some reason, is tickling Ben Johnson's fancy, but it is what it is. And again, I'll say it one more time for everybody else. If we are in a point this season where we start a football game and it's either Tyson or Case Keenum underneath center and not Caleb, I'm going to be very disappointed and very depressed because that's not what I'm signing up here for. Other stock that went up, Braxton Jones. His first action since Week 16. That ankle injury last season, Jones looked solid across 22 snaps, holding his own against Miami's first and second team pass rush. Aside from a 1 inside loss to Grayson Murphy, it was an encouraging return, and it's always good to see Braxton Jones try to make his mark out there as he tries to get healthy and establish his play. Couple guys whose stock went down. Tyler Scott, he saw more offensive snaps, 31 than any other Bears wideout, but finished with only 1 catch for 8 yards. With roster spots still scarce in a crowded receiver room, his quiet performance puts him behind competitors like Walker and Maurice Alexander. So that's not good for him. Also, Chicago Bears players, depth players, every rep matters. So with 2 preseason games left, the battle for the final roster spots are far from settled. But these are guys that we're looking for. We're looking to see what happens and what makes sense here as we start to whittle down this roster. Now, speaking of some roster fixes, I'm still not really too sold on that running back room. That's still a piece that I'm not really sure of. I'm not really too keen on what we are seeing these days, especially when we're looking at DeAndre Swift. What is DeAndre Swift right now? Who is DeAndre Swift going to be in this one? Roschon Johnson, not looking good. Kyle Monangai, the 7th-round draft pick for the Bears, he actually didn't look too bad. But there are rumors starting to bubble up that the missing piece might just be a year away, and it could be Breece Hall. The Bears have built an impressive arsenal around Caleb Williams going into this one. DeAndre Swift leads the rushing attack for the disappointing Bears with Roschon Johnson, again, Kyle Monangai. But there are some rumors out there saying that one of the top needs, again, would be running backs room, and Jets running back Breece Hall is a potential. During the 2026 free agent target, Hall's only 24. Just a little bit under 1,000 rushing yards, but his flash versatility, posting 876 yards, 483 receiving yards, and 10 total touchdowns last season, despite New York's inconsistent blocking. And if you thought that what the Bears did last season was terrible, what the Jets had last season was a straight-up dumpster fire. That was ugly, and it got ugly fast. Chicago already has some good receivers. The quarterbacks is still a pretty decent shot. We got a great offensive line. It's that running back. It's that running part of this offense that Ben Johnson likes to employ, and it would be nice to have a good running back room, something to take some pressure off Caleb Williams. And if Breece Hall is that guy, I'm not opposed to that. DeAndre Swift has a lot to prove to Bears fans. He's got a lot to prove to me, and he's got a lot to prove in that room. If Kyle Monangai is that main guy that's coming out with this one, I don't think he's ready just yet, but he did look good. He had some flashes, but he may get cut still. The Bears might say, hey, let's keep DeAndre Swift. We'll just kind of run this one, and we'll see what happens in free agency. But if rumors of Breece Johnson, a possibility is coming out, I'm down with that one for sure. For sure. And now we move on to the next. One thing that the Bears have been excited about underneath all of this, we've done nothing but talk offense. We've done nothing but talk what we like out of the offense coming into this offseason, and the defense has a lot of questions. But since the employment of Dennis Allen, since we've seen these guys doing the up and downs, and since we have just seen how hungry this defense is, and plus, during the offseason and the training camp, guys saying how hard the defense was, how many different looks the defense has been giving them. Wow. Friday's joint practice, the Bears picked off Tua a few times, more than he had thrown all camp. And during the game, it was pretty tough. I would say the Bears defense, I was really happy with them. Next up is going to be a little bit tougher, as MVP runner-up Josh Allen and the Bills come to Hallis Hall, or make that MVP, Josh Allen and the Bills come to Hallis Hall for a joint practice Friday and a preseason game Sunday night at Soldier Field. We got a lot to look at here. This is going to be a very good test for the Bills. Now, again, it's not going to be Josh Allen all game. We'll get a couple good looks at him, and during the joint practice, we'll probably see what the players could do with him, but they're not going to be putting that much pressure on Josh Allen come the practice. They could do some picks. They could do some stops. That'd be pretty sweet. But as far as what we will see with them, we'll see what they could do. Austin Booker, yeah, you did pretty awesome on the first game against the Dolphins. You definitely were raising eyebrows, and in our comment section, which we are still telling everybody to chat it up, let me know who you're liking, who you didn't like. Austin Booker did so well that you have raised eyebrows to see if you can possibly be that guy. You're not a starter yet, but you did force a fumble, tied the team for lead with 6 tackles, and made some key stops against Miami. This will be a true step for you, whether or not you're going to be involved as heavily as you will be involved. And if you can stay that consistent, I'm buying stock in you. I'm excited to see that. The physicality, preparation, and accountability have to be on point all offseason for this one. And facing Allen and the Buffalo's offense will be the next true measure of how far they can come. And it's something that I want to see. And it's a true test of exactly how nasty this defense can be. Let's see what these guys can do. Let's see what they can get under. And hopefully we can see more positivity out of Caleb Williams as we start to make our way into this joint practice. So much to see, so much to enjoy with this preseason. I'm having fun. I hope Bears fans out there are enjoying it too. There's a lot of battles going on. Ozzie Trapillo, are you going to be that guy? I hope he is. I'm excited to see if that guy can become the left tackle in this offensive line. And I'd just like to know that there is a real battle brewing up, because that means Caleb Williams will be protected. And that's all Bears fans want to know. The other thing they want to know is that the Green Bay Packers suck. Thanks again for joining me. I'm Dan Levy, Bears' latest Fan Art Sports. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for when new episodes drop, and we'll do it again soon. See you guys.